time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
Watch out for this Jon Gruden lawsuit, because that right there, some heat could come out of that. And
okay,
again,
let's go there.
You said, Mike,
let's go there.
Yeah.
What does the Jon Gruden lawsuit mean to not only the Raiders, but the National Football League? He's going after the throne, baby. What does that mean?
It means he's pissed off, and I mean, honestly, rightfully so. I mean, you got to look at it from like an employer perspective or an employee perspective. If I was fired for cause for something that the organization knew about from the jump years ago, and they were purposely holding it just to drop it on me in the middle of my season to discredit me that much further, I'm going to be on a warpath. And if I'm Jon Gruden, I'm a $100 million man. You done tarnished my name. You done dragged me through the mud. I'm going to take you the F down. And I don't care. What's that movie? With Val Kilmer. You tell him I'm coming and I'm bringing all the hell with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that what makes it interesting is he's beholden to no one. But like you said, Mike, money does talk. But you're talking to a man that's already worth millions of dollars. I don't think money's that much of an object to him at this point. Mm-hmm. Now you done tarnish my name. That's that's a wild card, because that would be a funky way for the emails to be released. It might not be through the court process or through the Congress process. It might come out in that case, if it goes the way it should. And if that happens, that's a whole nother can of worms in and of itself.
Right.
So, it's a lot of moving parts with all of this. And I think all signs eventually and inevitably point to the NFL having to own up. It's very similar to us with the name change. We put it off for years and years and years, and finally corporate pressure just became so much that they had to make a move. If we want something to happen, it's going to have to make it to the point where corporate sponsorships are starting to pull out or pressure the league, saying, we don't want this. You're going to need Nike or, a crypto account or some big company, some huge sponsor to drop out, kind of like how FedEx did with us. Because, like you said, money talks and it makes the world go around. Yeah. Then enough corporate sponsors start pulling out because, hey, this is getting a little dicey. I don't like this. I might go over to the NHL where it's a little cooler or something like that. Now the NFL is gonna be like, whoa. Hey, here's some more emails. You know what? We were wrong. Blah blah blah. Whoop. So it's these next few months are gonna be very interesting at the very least, I think.
Yeah, man. I think 100%. And the Jon Gruden thing. Getting fired for cause, all that we see that at him, but the fact that Davis was willing to let's see the emails. You got a few owners let's see the emails. Mm-hmm. I think they know their organizations are going to be safe. There might be a few. I think there might be some people in those organizations that are gonna that maybe the ownership doesn't know about. So I think we might see a lot of sacrificial lambs like Jon Gruden.
Oh yeah,
that could 100% happen to appease the crowd. I think the big thing. I think something big that might happen is the stuff that was going on with the cheerleaders, man. That was so foul. And I think if they come out saying no, we didn't want to do this. This is something that 100%. If they get in front of Congress and that happens, that's going to be Isaac. His name's escaping me. Your former GM that retired.
Bruce Allen, the devil.
Bruce Allen, that fool right there.
that man. I think ad nauseum on him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to. I think he was one of the main factors in this, but just kind of went away in the night because he's not there. Yeah. So I think Congress is gonna be able to bring him back and reslay him.
I fear, to that point, the only thing I fear is that, to your point about sacrificial lambs, Dan Snyder finally Teflon Dan's his way behind Bruce Allen and because we hate Bruce Allen in Washington. He is a vile, just human as it is, let alone all the football stuff. So they're going to bring him into the front and center. All the hate's just going to gravitate to him. And I fear that Snyder's going to be able to kind of, but not me though. Wouldn't happen to me. You know what I mean? And I don't want that. I want everybody brought to justice. Because like I said, I love football. I love my team, but there has to be a limit, man. I do not want women or cheerleaders coming to my organization and having to deal with that type of stuff, man. That's foul. That's ugly. It's disgusting. And I don't want that. And I speak for, I'm sure, all of Washington when I say We just want football. We want to be able to watch our team. If they lose and they suck, that's one thing. But if they suck and y'all can't get it together in the front office, now it's like tabloids and everything. That's going to piss me off. And that's what we've been dealing with for the damn near 30 years. You know what I mean? So
Jerry Springer show, it looks like.
Exactly, man. This Mickey Mouse BS, man. That's Bush League. Get it together. Yeah. Figure it out. You are grown adults in an adult organization playing for a national football. Like, get it together. Just get it together. That's it. We just want a product that we can be proud of. We're tired of being embarrassed. It's funny at to a point, and then after a while, it gets stupid annoying. Get it together, please. Yeah. No pun intended.
Hey, Roger Goodell's back here like we never said I gave y'all money.
Hey, that man is over here just like.
What do you think? Like Roger Goodell is like when he gets these scandals and stuff like that, whether it's Kaepernick getting another opportunity, or whether it's Jon Gruden, or even with these emails over in Washington. Like, what is it? Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean,
but like, does he talk like Mr. Bill? I mean, like, I literally, it's just frustrating, man. Like, can we get some cojones, man? Like, can you be a prick, man? Can you? Who's the guy? Like, actually, that's a bad example, I should say. But anywho, man, we need some like real leadership, man, because I mean, there's been talks of the NFL one day, probably not anytime soon, but one day even being an Olympic sport, and people watch from Japan, and people watch from Mexico, and people watch from Germany, and Canada, and Nigeria. All these places are around the world, and to see this going on, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So, I'm gonna stop there.
Something with Goodell though is like he already told owners like he's not coming back when his contract's up in 2024. So I feel like something with him is he'll go out on a whim to make sure that he's protecting the shield, and that's really I mean, no matter how people feel about Roger Goodell, I know players aren't the biggest fan of him, but he has done a phenomenal job. He's navigated through some of this concussion stuff, right? And that just kind of was like that was a huge thing. They wrote a check and it was gone. I feel like he has shown the ability to kind of navigate through some difficult situations, and I think he will do that and then ride off into the sunset, and then whoever comes in and replaces him will kind of transition with a fresh start, big new contracts like some of these television contracts coming up, Amazon contracts coming up, and getting Dan Snyder out of there. I think that's kind of what's going to happen. Yeah. And again, like you said, Isaac, man, like hopefully, bro, they that was loud, right? My keyboard said bow, right?
Oh, you good.
Boom, gang. No.
Hopefully it kind of resets the organization, gets the league involved, and kind of gets the league reset, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's probably what's going to happen, man. This is going to be very interesting. We've been talking about in our chat for a little bit, man. Like, I'm very interested to see, and I think the fact that Gruden's doing that lawsuit is adding another wrinkle. Mm-hmm. Congress is going to be able to get what they want to get. Yeah. And it's not just one party or one. It's like they're both like, hey, we're sucking. Let's attack the NFL right now, right?
Yeah.
Get on the top of us, right? So I think it's going to be some stuff that comes to light that none of us expected to see. And there's going to be some fines and some big checks getting wrote. But I also think Roger Goodell is the perfect person to help navigate this whole situation.
Yeah.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, King Crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy, throw it down, yeah, I'm ill, not my will, don't Copperfield, fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman, all the haters mouth, superhero hit them wow, packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.